Hi guys, this is Rara Coco. This is a quick update with regards to ticker symbol BBIG. So yesterday we had this conversation with Erik Finman, CEO of Zash. CEO of Zash. Man, oh man, you're not going to believe what type of person Mr. Erik Finman is. I just realized that he is a man of honor, that he is smart and intelligent, that he does not make promises that he cannot keep, and he is the type of person that is a born like a leader. He is a problem solver. He is a producer. He is going to make a big change to our ticker symbol or to our company that we are supporting, which is BBIG. Would you like to know more what he says?
Hello, hello, hello. Sorry I'm late, folks.
Hello.
Complicated business.
No problem. Thank you for being here and joining us.
Usually in most voice chats I'm in, they have some discussion. I didn't realize there was just pure silence.
Yeah, it's been a tense day, tense week, tense couple weeks, tense couple months, tense year. It's been kind of a stressful time for most everyone in this community. But we appreciate you coming. It means a lot to us that you're willing to put yourself out there like that for us.
Absolutely. I mean, I have, the incredible welcome that I've had, from the community has been absolutely amazing, and truly, like, I mean, everything, all the things that I've been tagged in, all the things that I've been able to read and see and observe, and I noticed there's some rifts, amongst community members between each other sometimes, but so far I actually maybe I just need to spend more time in it, but I so far I like most of everyone that I've seen, and maybe that's a controversial thing to say, but everyone has been so nice to me, so grateful, and this is one of the first things I wanted to do as CEO of Zash and the Zash side of things, is come and talk to people, and and I had that's always my first instinct in any project I'm on, is to talk to people, operate in transparency, as much as you can, when you're launching things and building things, and operate in honesty. And I think that is so important to me, and that's what I've done in all the projects I've done, and that's what I've seen. My background is more in or no, my background is a lot of things, but it's especially in crypto stuff, and that's what I've seen. Successful projects, especially in the cryptocurrency community, have always operated that way, have always shown success being that way. And I just, again, another thing I love that the people have been mimicking my shorts and squirt gun emojis. If you know what that means, and that has been so nice from people. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for the warm welcome. I am here to answer questions from people, especially when I first, was first announced that I became CEO of Zash, and again, I got such a nice warm welcome and very good questions, and I feel like it's going to be even like that times 10, maybe times 100, times 1,000 here. So I'm here. I'm here to talk. I'm here to speak. I don't know if I can answer every single thing you want to know, but I don't know if you what the expectations or for this call or anything. My Twitter notifications, they just go a million miles a minute at this point. But to me, the goal of this call is to get to know the community, field your questions, and to also talk about what I plan to do, and what I see the future of Zash is. That is why I'm here. Very good questions, and I feel like it's going to be even like that times 10, maybe times 100, times 1,000 here. So I'm here. I'm here to talk. I'm here to speak. I don't know if I can answer every single thing you want to know, but I don't know if you what the expectations or for this call or anything. My Twitter notifications, they just go a million miles a minute at this point. But to me, the goal of this call is to get to know the community, field your questions, and to also talk about what I plan to do, and what I see the future of Zash is. That is why I'm here, and it's great to have such a great crowd. I think do we have, Mr. Rick? Do we have like 1,200 people here?
We do a little bit more. That's correct.
That is some good stuff. Did you start off the call in any way, Mr. Rick, or was it just silence till I hopped on?
Silence till you hopped on for about 37 minutes. Nothing but air.
It was pretty much silence, just waiting for you.
How do you want to kick things off, Mr. Rick? This is your space.
Well, I was hoping that you could address the community and pretty much if you wanted to lay out your ground plan that you had, the floor is yours right now if you'd like to take advantage of that.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, so I think that there's, when you're brought on to be CEO of a company, there's two types of CEOs that I've seen. There's a peacetime CEO, and then there's a wartime CEO. And sometimes a peacetime CEO is you come into the company and you say, hey, let's what is everyone doing here? What is let's go get drinks, let's go get lunch, let's talk. And although that's a part of it, a wartime CEO, I think a wartime CEO, you come in and you need to shake some stuff up and execute and build and get things done. And then then when wartime is over and you're in a good spot or a better spot than you're already in, then you can have a little bit more of that, hey, let's go get drinks after work, type vibe, right? So that is kind of the mindset, to give a little bit of what my attitude and what I'm thinking of, for the future of this company. And obviously, with my crypto background, I have a lot of plans to take advantage of what Zash is already building in the crypto space. Already building in the crypto space and plans to build out more. I think that is one of the most important things to me. That is where my expertise is. And first and foremost, Zash is a media company, and Zash has some just absolutely incredible assets. I have to tell you, just some totally incredible assets, and there's so much we can do with them. I feel like that's a whole call in itself, on that. And I'm kind of taking stock of currently all the assets that we have. And also what's really important to me is to tell a coherent story, in regards to what Zash is doing. That is important to me. I think you could have, because Zash has some of the best assets, I think, in the world, especially, if you're a media company and doing what we do. But it's so important that you need to tell and have a coherent story that kind of unites all those things. I feel like I have no idea why this hasn't been on CNBC, every fucking media pardon my French, I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss here, Mr. Rick, but every media publication. Okay, good. I have your permission then, because I might cuss a lot. I think I'm from Idaho originally, although to give a little bit about my background, actually, I'm from Idaho originally, but there wasn't a ton of opportunity in Idaho. I dropped out of school. This was about 10 years ago, and moved to Silicon Valley, moved to Palo Alto. I was a part of Thiel's 20 Under 20 Summit. That's what kind of got me to know everybody, Peter Thiel. And I started my first company. That was an ed tech company, ironically, dropping out of high school. I eventually sold that company later for a good chunk of change, and I put all that money into my crypto fund and did pretty well off of that. So I've made quite a lot of money off my crypto fund, and I've been doing that for over 10 years. I feel like although I'm one of the youngest in the crypto space, I have one of the most experiences, has some of the most experience in that space. And excuse me. Sorry, I just had to drink a Diet Coke there and it went down the wrong hole. But That's a little bit about my background, and from there, yeah, I got the media, famously referred to me as, the youngest person to become a Bitcoin millionaire, and that was at the age of 18. And with that money, I built out some cool projects. This was just kind of to have fun and also to make money. I built a robotics company. We built a real life Dr. Octopus suit. That was fun. I was really into robotics, growing up, and that was kind of what I was into before Bitcoin, actually. And then we built that, for fun, and indirectly, that's how I end up meeting Ted Farnsworth. Was I had launched a satellite a few years ago, and a friend of a friend of a friend, basically, kind of was able to that helped me with that, introduced me to Ted, and we ended up getting along. But anyways, before I get into that, and I will get into that later, it's we launched a satellite. We had a time capsule on it. Had collaborators like Taylor Swift who contributed to the time capsule, politicians, senators, and everything that were all involved in that satellite. And since then, I've just been a serial entrepreneur and have launched and sold and completely run companies that have done well. I've invested in companies. There was a company called Coinbits, and that was great. And that was a company that I invested in. And when they started, they were a very small company. I'll be honest with you, a very small company when I put money in them. And they were at, I think they were doing hundreds of thousands of dollars in literally nothing, maybe about $1 million actually in monthly volume. And then they were kind of like the crypto exchange, meant to be easy and dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. And after I got in there, they were doing, I think on their website they have, I don't know if they still have a live counter like they used to, but they had tens upon tens of millions. They were literally at hundreds of thousands of dollars to almost, I think, 100 million in volume and money flowing through that pipes. And what they were doing. So I'm very proud of what we did there. Metal Pay was another company I was involved in, invested in, and we did so well there. We had we had coins that got up to multi-$100 million, I think still there, multi-$100 million market caps. And I won't. We had an incredible team. So an incredible team, and I brought a lot of people into that company that I really liked, and I have a dream team of who I tend to bring on to, a company when I join, and make it a success. And we did that there, and that was incredible. I mean, we did, increase their user base. They were an app, so we increased their user base up the yin yang. I don't remember all the numbers in my head, but it was crazy. We put in, literally, market caps between all these coins were, that we helped. And again, we had a great team. So I'm not going to say this was, you stand on the shoulders of giants. And that became multi-$100 million, market cap cryptocurrencies. So this is just a little bit about my past. I want to talk more about the future here, and what I want to do here. But I just want to get, this is going to be a longer form call. So, I want to go a little bit into my past and my background, and just so you get a sense of who I am on that front. So, yeah, so that's me. That's Erik Finman. That is the new CEO of Zash. And again, I want to touch back on, kind of go back to what I said on being a wartime CEO. Again, I have, being on this space is great. Engaging with the community. I've gotten a lot of feedback. That's great. But although I appreciate the compliments, what really matters to me is execution. Building. That is so important to me. And really that I mean, it's great to talk, but substance is what matters. And that's what I've learned over years of experience running companies and being an entrepreneur is substance. And especially, when you have, different certain market dynamics and market dynamics that change and shake off certain people, that's who you're able to differentiate, the winners and the losers and the people that have substance and don't. So that is one of my objectives, and I just want to go into kind of the morals of what I'm talking about here. So I don't know if people want to hear me keep talking. I'm happy to take questions.
No, do your thing.
Front. Okay.
No, do your thing, and then we can just do the questions after. We definitely want to hear you, and you're speaking to the community, which is the most important. So we can definitely do the questions after. Do your thing, man.
Cool. Sounds good. So, yeah, so again, as that wartime CEO mindset that I have going into this, and what I'm telling you I have going into this is you're going to be seeing in not too long, and not too long at all, a lot of stuff, a lot of executing stuff getting done and being told, and a coherent story actually being told about this company. I think that is so important. And that's what I want to show you guys. I feel like, this is my goal is just to earn trust within the retail community, as of now, and the meme community, because I'm in basically my whole life, I've been, a retail investor and have been interested in I got into AMC, I got into GME, and I'm on Zash side of things. To be very clear, I'm the Zash CEO, so that's what I'm here to talk about. But I just wanted to hop in here and kind of tell you guys that this is I'm kind of taking stock of everything, and I've already been on the phones with the heads of all of the amazing leaders of the current assets that we have, and we're formulating something that I think I'm going to be really proud of. I think that's important. I feel like this is D-Day, baby. This is D-Day. We're going in and we're marching forward, and we're going to be a well executed meme machine. That is my plan. And there's some parts of it that are already like that, but it's just moving it all into place where it all works together in unison. I think that is really important, and that is really good. That is one of the most most important things to do. And I'm so excited. And again, with I just want to repeat over and over again, with the assets that we have, these are unfucking believable assets. Unfucking believable assets. I mean, between all of the companies that are kind of even in the orbit, you got AdRiser, you got all this stuff. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Truly, just like I remember when Ted was explaining to me all that this company is doing. I mean, it is unbelievable, and I was like, I have to join. I gotta join, and I think Ted felt the same way. And again, I said this in one of my tweets. I think Ted is an absolute visionary. He is someone that I have grown to have a lot of respect for, and I want to be able to. I've been on the phone with him every day, and I think I just have nothing but respect for him. I think he's an incredible man. And I think, us hand in hand together are going to be able to achieve something that you'll be very happy with, and something that, has never been seen before, because of the assets that we have. And it's just about moving things right into the right place so the gears start moving. So anyways, that's kind of just my general overview of everything. I feel like there's so much I want to say, but I don't want to just ramble and give kind of a speech here. I'm happy to